Yo, yo, yo. Starting out today with Chromatic Conundrum. Heard about this one through some podcasts. 30% off for the opening price, and it's already pretty cheap, so I don't think it's super long, like an hour or two. If you're colorblind, you're fucked. Probably. Since it is about combining colors and stuff for puzzling. I think this one's maybe a bit more of like a mechanical, kind of like room by room challenge sort of puzzle game. I don't think it's like a little like a big world or meta or any of that kind of discovery aha type of shit, but could be wrong. And there's nothing wrong with that too. It's just a different style of puzzle, different feel. Right? It's your portals versus your let's say witnesses. That's kind of a hybrid. Anyways, let's get started on it. I want to get through some games today. I do Mega Man Legends after this. I do some shooters. We'll see. I'm going to turn on hold. Okay. Damn. Jesus. My eyes are sensitive right now. Okay, so I need a certain color. I know your colors, man. I would not say I'm a maestro of that. That's 2. As long as it has one of the colors in it, I guess you're good. Okay. Teaching us a little bit by bit there. Orange. Oops. Nice that if you don't know your color, I guess. Orange and yellow, orange and green there. What we got going on here? Green. One has more going on, so probably want the single use to be right over here. I do wonder if there's a way to cheese this kind of thing. I don't know. Let's not worry about the cheese. I don't know why you'd really need to, right? Okay. Well, this is just all the King's Men. Like there's gonna be something else to it there though. But we don't want those on. Okay. Probably activate both of these at the same time. We're gonna have to use shadow too at some point. There's some pretty hard shadow action going on. It doesn't just go through it. Now you're thinking with light, complete level 6. Well, the audio's working at it. Alright. So green. Go to red. There's a reason I might need this up here. What is the goal? These gonna like alternate. I think. I haven't really thought it through, but it just seems kind of like this would just generally work because that's what the contraption sort of looks like. Like it's too neat to have them do that for it not to be the answer more than I'm really like thinking about really the execution of it. What is this? Oh. A button. Still learning shit. Very good spicy. Slide it. I don't know if that's terribly useful. Trying to get across there, so we need purple or pink. Groovy. Oh, so far it's a neat mechanic. Can't think of any games that use like color combinations together. Hopefully we get some interesting kind of creative stuff as we go. Right now we're building up how the world works on all that. Learn about buttons, learn about other combos. Cool. Not just complexity. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind just like raw complexity if it's cool, but there's definitely like a certain... Well, I gotta stay away a little bit from the Talos Principle too thing. That's fine too. Like, it's cool to just have like entry level variety everywhere that never really pushes it into like a more clever zone. The DLC for Talos Principle 2 starts getting more clever, but kind of curious. Different games like this kind of hit like a different stride. Now we're trying to get to the pink now. Looks like raw red. What is the last steel? Green? Gotcha. What does this one go to? Oh, the door. Okay. Green. I have to assume then. I don't want this. Maybe we're gonna want this. Red handle both sides here? I'm not actually sure. Oh, can't do green. Oh, we don't need the red over here then. I think that's already covered. Do this. Yeah, neato, man. I don't know, I think that's one of the interesting things about digging into puzzle games. You get some that people call brainias and all that bullshit. Which, I mean, I think is fine. It's covered. I mean, the idea is something that's more kind of discovery, knowledge-based, instead of like a raw, like, mastery of mechanics. Yeah, sometimes it's a mix, right? Like, ooh, like you're discovering mechanics you could do at any time that are more nuanced and fine-tuned, more like what you'd see in a more standard like this, like a room-to-room puzzle type of game. But put in a structure, I guess, that discovering those abilities are more of a thing. It's technically an ooh if you just know every little nuance you could skip most of the game. But it's still mechanical, right? It's not like Outer Wilds or something where it's like you discover the information. And it's not really a mechanical mastery, maybe a little bit, but it's more just like, you know, where to go and when and stuff. Oh, cool. Okay, what does this do? Parsing the room, man. Step 1, parsing the room. Some weirdness going on here. Oh, it's about planning it out a bit more. How do I set this one up? Is there a button? I think the gray stuff was button. Right? Crazy. There's a button. Blue. And we want to just delay the red. Delaying blue wouldn't really. Well, I guess you could stack them. Blue would be last. I have to assume that's the goal here. We stack them and they get knocked off. Oh wait. Oh yeah? What did you think? I was kind of curious on that one, if it was just selling anime and sex and nostalgia, or if it actually had the sauce beyond that. Like Parasite Eve does. I mean, Parasite Eve isn't exactly what I'd call like a surefire money maker, so you gotta imagine there's like some just raw desire there. Yeah, cool. Okay. How's the music? Laura? Listen. What the fuck happened to the HUD? Oh, this is like a playlist UI now. Enfield's giving the factory itch. What are you thinking? There's a lot of good options out there, that's for sure. Oh, Satisfactory, yeah. Can't go wrong with Satisfactory, it's great. So I like the blend of like factory stuff, but more immersive, like perspectives and visuals and stuff like that. Like obviously it's not as deep as some of them, but this is cool. It's not like Parasite Eve at all, but that's okay. It's almost impossible to pull off that Yoko Shimomura vibe from the PS1. This feels a little bit more like I don't know what you call it. A little less unique, but still a jam. Almost feels like something you'd hear in like a gotcha. Like where it's like a little bit more like very synthy, but also guitar, and then it kind of gets a little extra. Cool. Yeah, awesome. Well, I mean, I'm glad they're trying to do a different kind of soundtrack. You don't have to just do Yoko. That'll be fun. Hopefully it carries through, man. Okay. difficulties turned off. I see. I need to get up high. Oh yeah? What's that? Sure, sure. Well, this room is fucking huge. What the hell? Some kind of like money shot here. Hello, dude. Classic kind of tank control, but like angle, like what was it? Not tank control, but that style of movement where if you have like pre-set up camera angles, you always get lucky if you don't have tank controls. Yeah. I don't remember what the solve is for that. It always sucks having it be like really wonky where it kind of green and blue. Yeah, I mean, assuming the game's too quick, then might not be doable. The thing is, like, Parasite Eve didn't have tank controls, but how it handled camera angles was, I don't remember it being like a big deal. The thing is, with Parasite Eve, you would get into a battle, and then the camera was a set way, right? It could be top down, could be at an angle. Is this game like, instead of like getting into battles, is it just all on the screen or something? It's like you can have the controls carry into like a fight in a weird way. I'm supposed to be putting these bolts up. Yeah, I gotcha. I think it's just about having like really clean camera angle swaps and not putting any weird shit in there that gets in the way. Yeah, that's what I figured is I was gonna bring that game up. throw this thing? That needs to be cut. I get up high. Stack boxes? No. And I could put it underneath. Yeah, did they say when their release date was gonna be? Oh, it just shits this thing out. I can drop this from up high. I suppose you could activate it with this. Oh, gotcha. Probably a while then. But if they got a demo, I mean, surely can't be that far out. Yeah, I think with Satisfactory, I was like 1 or 2 upgrades from finishing the whole thing. I just ended up watching it on YouTube. My friends kind of tapered off a bit, so I want to like get the server going just to solve the ending. We made everything from the power to everything else. Factorio, yeah. The end times. I need pink. And what now? Pink and blue. Yeah, Satisfactory's long. Factorio's giga long. Be good times though, for sure. Which ones do we want? Don't want blue lit up, apparently. We don't want pink lit up, apparently. We do want yellow. Right. And I mean, I imagine multiplayer changes all out. Yeah, space would just be, well, are you talking about the expansion? I'd play just vanilla. Especially if there's an expansion. But yeah, player count would be a huge deal. Turn off biter spread in your playtime. What does biter spread do? Oh, the the spread of that. I think like spread of like something they do when they bite people. Yeah. I've seen that they get in the way a bit. We need to go back down and grab shit. Oh yeah. So you have to stop your tech for a while and clean house a little. Is there like certain tech jumps where the pollution gets like giga crazy? I've watched like some challenge runs in Factoria about some of that stuff. We gotta do some backwards shenanigans here, huh? Possibly bad, but the outpace your ability to replace things if left unattended. Attacks are not something you don't have something to control or so it's God tier for it. Dyson Sphere kinda had something like that, although I think they've been continuously patching the enemies. The enemies aren't really hard in Dyson Sphere at all, but like if you don't have something to defend your planet or like key points, then like they'll send in dudes and start like creating spots and then like doing little raids. I'm assuming the biter's a little bit more extreme than what's in Dyson Sphere though. This puzzle's a little tedious and clever but there. Yeah, Dyson's cool. I had fun with that. I don't know if we quite reached like Giga endgame. There's not really like an end in the same way, and we kind of just maxed the tech tree, but we were pretty close. There's some galaxy exploration we were getting around to, but I don't think I ever saw like black holes or anything. It was neat. I liked it. You can mod that to have multiplayer and time move differently and shit. I don't think I'd want them. I'll keep the vanilla clean quick playthrough for starters, especially with Space Age or whatever the fuck. But there's some psycho ones, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I want to play Factorio. Me and a buddy a long time ago. Now we're always like, yeah, it's gonna be the one big thing we do at some point, but I've just not want to sit down and like really organize it. Not really been asked about it either. C-Vlogs Hardcore. I said I watch Factorio videos from a particular YouTuber, but I don't really know what's all going on. Just like little challenges and stuff like that. It's one of those like 20-minute to an hour videos, not enough to really get like the full vibe on the thing. Red one. This shoots blue. I can hit both of these. Get it in like back over here. And we can move the red one over here in general. I don't think any of these have red. What did I need over here? Blue, red, blue. Oh, blue. Gotcha. I buy pretty much all of my games on sale. I can see I buy Factorio is the same. Oh yeah, it doesn't really go on sale. I mean, it gets price increases, if anything, right? They're allowed to do that, and it's just a competitive environment. Depends on how much you update. You're gonna lose people who, yeah, don't want to buy stuff full price, but I mean, in Factoria's, to play off of a Factorio side of it, I mean, that is like the premier factory game. Maybe down the line when more and more factory games come out, you gotta put that edge on there, but it's untraditional for sure, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's like wrong. I mean, I like having a sale. I think stuff going on sale is good, but I mean, if it works out for them and they're putting out stuff, I mean, it's like what, 25, 30 bucks? That's also at a better price point than most shit. I mean, Sonic Crossworlds is like $70, right? So I don't know. It kind of depends. And that game's only getting paid DLC. I mean, so did Factorio. Oh, it's 35 down. Yeah, I don't know. I think they've got an okay case for it. I mean, sure, like I said, you're going to lose people who would rather just get stuff on sale. But for what Factorio is in the market, they can do it. The thing about, like, I mean, whether it works or not, the idea would be though that like if they never put things on sale, they're not competitive enough, and if there's a lot of games like it, then they just stop getting sales, right? So, capitalismo should regulate itself, kind of thing. Yeah, it just means that people, yeah, who wait for much cheaper sales for games, they'll just never buy it. So. But I guess there's a big enough market for people who really want factory games that are willing to buy it off sale. But that's enough for them. It sucks on an individual level though. Fuck me after. Their fucking asset flip. Chasing another trend. It's open world. Yeah, I mean, it depends, like I said. I mean, I get it, like, why decrease your price if you're, like, the big boy on the market? Especially if he's updating it constantly. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe they're an ass about it. I don't know. Like, that's the other thing, is, like, there's a lot of other evils, too, so it's hard to be too crazy on it, but... Yeah, I feel like that kind of comes with the territory of being like a factory game. Like just crazy optimization and shit. Probably just got like that kind of... That kind of optimization, I feel like, almost comes with the territory being like able to make like a complicated factory game. I guess it depends on the game though. I don't remember how optimized like Satisfactory and Dyson Sphere. I think Dyson Sphere had a little bit of issues. Yeah, I mean you don't. I mean, you know, you're not. Yeah, I mean. You don't want to make a factory game and you're like probably like a slipshod, like fucking, you know, play it loose sort of, you know. I mean, it's like that level, like at that level of factory game, right? Like it's probably a particular type of person who generally would err on the side of having pretty good optimization just because of the nature of the game, right? Dyson still is early access, yeah. I tend to not like to play early access, but it was a pretty good experience for that, so I can still keep waiting on it. Wonder if they'll put the multiplayer in on their own. They took a small break, I think. It's a Korean dev. See, that's the thing, is like, yeah, that's what they lose out on, right? It's like now you've got more good factory games. Like Dyson Sphere isn't the only one on the market anymore, so... It just kind of depends, right? These aim upwards? I don't think so. Effector supports building being placed off grid even if everything is grid snapped. Who does that? Yeah, I'm like putting a lot of effort into that kind of support. I assume it's not just like a half-assed type of support for it. How far does this go up? Not that far. Beginning to think we need to hit this around angles instead of through here. Yeah, I definitely kind of got an itch for it, but it's just such a behemoth right now. I've got so many little... This is like that time of year where I just fucking crank out cool-ass indies and retro backlog shit. Factoria would be like, yeah, I'm signing up for a fucking long haul type of shit, which would be cool, but you know, like right now I go through like a few games a day type of shit. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, I mean Enfield's a gotcha, right? From what I've gathered of everything. Is it an Arknights? Which is definitely a gotcha. No offense, I just expect a certain lack of complexity from a gacha. The nature of them, I mean, you're not going to have a lot of people enjoying the game if you make Factorio and a gacha, right? That's a super niche thing. So I could understand it giving you the taste, but not filling up the tummy, if you will. There's some other good factory games. I need to get this bit. Popped open a drink yesterday, and I think it bubbled a little bit on this side. There was some light one that came out on Game Pass I thought about trying out. It was, I think I have it installed, but I don't know if I'll play it ever. I might take it off later. It was just like a placeholder, maybe one. Oh, yeah, First Ascendance on Game Pass. Wow, it's a Little Rocket Lab. It's a little shorter. I don't know if this one's any good. It might be more like younger focused factory ship. I don't know if anybody's played this one. Seems like a very like light factory game. Maybe more story elements. I don't know, we'll see. I think right now I got more of an itch on that front. You know, I've been doing Mars First Logistics, so you know, you get your like simulation physics stuff, or maybe dipping into like RTS soon to kind of get that like macro building up of like some structures somewhere in between there, or maybe like the altars. And Factory's obviously totally different. I do want to play Infinite Factory at some point. That's more of like a problem-solving factory game, the Zachtronics one. Another one of these. I need 3 of these up, but I gotta get across in the first place. Okay. Or even a purple or pink one. This is just red. We need red and oh no. This one's just lighting up red. Just light up blue. This is just white now. It's fine. I think hitting both of these angles is call it easy. comes out as green. Oh, that just opens that. Where's just the plain green? Oh, it's on the back. I don't know if I can hit 2 with this. Bought me new socks. Oh, Dickies. I know Dickies. How are their socks? When I think of Dickies, I always think of shirt brands at like skater stores back in the day, and what else? Shoes? These are shoes. Which one of these has blue? Like, just this one. This has to be like over here. Yeah, you know, I've always thought I liked thin socks. What I hate is actually tight thin socks. I think I just want to get like more thick, like looser socks. So I've had some that are like cooling socks, and I feel like I sweat like more in them because they're just like too tight. My socks are starting to all get holes in them. I don't know if it's the shitty washing machine or what, but so I need to get some new ones. Once I get a hole in a sock, man, they're gone. That's just how it be. Okay, here we go. Gotta find the right chain. Now we have to get the front too. If I could just squeeze out like a fucking cheesy hit here. Oh, what's in this? I need yellow, so I need green, purple, or green and red. I was like, this should work. It's just kind of jank. I feel like this might not have been intended, but I don't really care. Playing a little tight with the angles. Yeah, magic pixels. My favorite puzzle mechanic. Starting to just get more stuff. Which is alright. kind of depends. A lot of these, this is kind of classic where you do part of a puzzle, grab something, part of a puzzle, grab something, part of a puzzle, grab that. That was principle. I guess I can introduce you in a concept and then let you like iterate on it a little bit. Like add to it or goof around a little. This is gonna be playing with angles. Play with angles too much. Does it shoot out green? Have this blast out. It's on. This will work. Oh, there's this one too. How do we want to set up the angles here? Okay. Yeah, just stack boxes and like walk across. This doesn't have as much movement potential as say like like a portal where you just really just blow it apart. Oh. Now we gotta make another setup. What is on this? Just blue and red. This is just purple straight up. Oh, it's good. Don't touch a thing. I was like, alright, I gotta prep for the next 20 steps. Alright. What are we on now? These have to be activated in the first place. Keep the light on this. Transfer over. that from here. Thing is, like, yeah, this would technically be fine if they were lit up, but they're not. We'd activate them. I don't think we have an angle to hit them both. You can stack these, but I think they go right through them, which not really helpful. Boy. Like there's this, but not really gonna help either. I don't have a way to get up there. Can this hit from back here? No. Not quite. Not quite. Maybe I could like slightly keep them going and like transfer it. This just won't hit. Well, I guess this only needs red and this only needs blue, so one of them could just be hit and the other would be fine. I'm just keeping it juiced. They both need to be touching it too. And I guess you could try to have those off. They just shoot each other and keep themselves on indefinitely. Huh. Okay. Cool. Technology. Create the little circuity. Oh boy. A little self-sufficient circuit where you can fuck it up and you have to reset it all. My sweet. What is all this? There's the door. Now we need green. Oh, now we need the yellow to be gone. We still need green over here. green one. Time it takes is a big deal. Oh. This seems to be a little more simple than you expect. Drop these. Cut off the flow. Oh, there's a fucking cube to grab up there. Groovy, groovy, groovy. It's clever. Using these stay activated even if you're walking around with them. More of an aha type of puzzle than just like raw pixel forwards and back type of shit. The disco ball of doom. Oh, we finished it, man. Cool. Well, short and sweet. I was like, what's gonna happen here? Yeah, short and sweet. I think it's about the length I was after on it. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna be like fucking vaporized in this fucking chamber. Yeah, cool idea. Yeah, I don't think it had the depth of, well, I think they'd have to add some new stuff in or really get like honed in on like clever ideas. Like that last one was a bit more clever, but some of them were already kind of getting a bit long in the tooth on pixel stuff. Just enough though. Yeah, if it was like a touch more of those, I'd be like, oh, okay, no, whatever. Because it's a pretty simple looking game. And then it's pretty much just the raw mechanics. But I mean, for an hour, yeah, totally fine. It was cool. I mean, you don't... I can't think of many games that go really hard on, like... color type of puzzles and stuff. You don't really need to think too hard about combining the colors specifically. Like, you know, you don't have to have some fucking... you don't have to be a fucking artist, man. Levels of, like, comboing little colors together. Generally, you can kind of figure this out intuitively based on, like, positioning of, like, cubes and stuff. Like, oh, you know, there's elevators here, I can cut the flow off here. The color doesn't really matter as much as it is, like, a source or making use of, like, gimmicks in the levels. Not to say that the color stuff wasn't cool or utilized at all, but yeah, I definitely think if you think you're gonna be doing, like, you know, I'm gonna get, like, the right shade of Van Dyke Brown or Titanium White, you know, it's not gonna be like that. So, which is fine. I'd rather be like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's in a decent blend of, like, your typical room-to-room mechanic kind of puzzler, like your portals or Talos Principles, with a touch of, like, more of the clever utilizing of the unique mechanics. It's not like an OO or something where it, like, squeezes those mechanics dry, or some of the more fringe, like, Talos Principle type of, like, mods or something, or more just, like, super clever type of puzzlers that are all about aha moments. And it's also not really, like, a variety one, so it kind of hits in the middle there, I feel like. Like, using the self-sufficient circuit stuff was cool, and then they played with that a little bit. And you could move them. It's, you know, they'd introduced the idea of being able to move with them at the end, and then that they could be self-sufficient on their own after activation. And so there's, like, little... Those are, like, the clever, like, oh, okay, you can do that kind of things. Usually, though, it's, like, a bit more just, like, you know, more typical, like, Talos Principle type of shit, where it's like, I do part of the puzzle, I grab the thing, I do part of the puzzle, I grab the thing, I do part of the puzzle, I grab the thing, I go all the way back, and I retool it, and I might be a little overexposed to that. I didn't find a lot of that, like, super interesting, but it's still fun. Yeah, so, yeah, cool game. I recommend this to another puzzle person I know. It's cheap. I mean, this game's what, 30% off on the opening thing? So it's $3.50 right now. Neat little deal. Anyways, yeah, if you're colorblind, don't bother, right? Which is fine. You don't. Not every game needs to be made to be able to play by everybody. It's whatever, you know. You miss out on an hour-long game about colors. Although it's got a colorblind mode. It's probably... I don't know how good the colorblind mode is. I mean, I don't know how they handle it. Let's do... It's like a visual change or, like, markers. I guess this helps with color blindness, in the sense that, like, if you had total color blindness, I mean, I guess not. There's, like, bazillion different types of color blindness, but how do you see what this one is? Oh, it's on the front. So, I mean, the red's always on top, green's always on the bottom left. So it would be more thinking about combining, like, symbols. I mean, at least they tried, but I don't know. That seems kind of difficult. That would be a different kind of puzzler for sure. So yeah, well, neat, man. A nice little one for sure. Cool idea. And I don't know if it hits, like, a level of aha moments or variety or mixing it up enough between certain stuff. But I think depending on what kind of puzzle game you're into, if you're into like the chamber to chamber type of puzzle game like a lot, I mean, it's a good one for that. So. Might be Legends. I gotta think about it. I haven't fully decided. It was gonna be that or like play a shooter, like a short shooter, like I Am Your Beast or something, or Mullet Mad Jack, or play Panko Park. There's like a Pokemon Snap thing. I just haven't decided. I would like to kind of swap setups for Legends instead of sitting in this fucking chair. It's a good chair, but not as comfy as being in a liner, man. We'll see. I might go get a drink at the store, and then we'll get started. But yeah, we'll see how I feel after that. Mega Man Legends is pretty likely. I kind of want to dip into the past again here, but I don't know. We got some Game Pass stuff I wouldn't mind, and other shit I got the Snufkin game we could play. Primo Comfy Snufkin Finland. Eldritch God video game. Yeah. Might start out with the Legends, though. I think that'd be smart. We got 2.5 of them, right? Tronbon, I think, plays pretty different. It's more puzzler, I've heard. Adventures of Tronbon, long play. Let's just like grab a quick chunk here of like let's see like a touch of gameplay real quick. Doesn't look like a puzzler. I have no idea what their stats. Like dungeons, maybe like control your dudes, man. I don't know. That'll be the last one we play. I think Misadventures of Tronbon comes out after Legends too, right? Adventures of Tronbon release date 1999. Mega Man Legends 2 release date. Oh, it's 2000. Okay, so we would do Legends 2 after Tronbon. That's probably for the best because that's probably a better one. Ending with like the spin-off one would be kind of weird, but all right. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. I wasn't sure. I was expecting that maybe a touch longer, but honestly, I think I was about where it needed to hit for me. So back in like 30 minutes or so. Yesterday I had stuff to do. I was hanging out, some Resident Evil stuff, but today should be streaming all day. So BRB.